Hey, good morning, guys. Today is the 2nd of July, 2017. I'm going to be going over this week's trade ideas. Remember that tomorrow the market's closed at 1, and on Tuesday the market's closed all day. So, keep in mind with the volume coming into the general market that it is probably going to be less, and so you may want to just take it easy a little bit as far as position sizing coming into this week. But I still have some trades that I do kind of like, and I won't be trading tomorrow. But I feel like they're coming into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe we'll have a little bit of energy coming back into the market then. So let's see what we can do for it this week. First one on this week's list is Yext, Y-E-X-T. I like the fact that the chart's starting to curl a bit at the bottom here. We obviously have an area where the chart needs to break to the upside, but I do like Yext for a continuation trade. I think if we can get this chart to pull back maybe to about $13.30 or so, which isn't really much pullback on it, but I feel like there could be an area on this chart for a long entry. So ultimately, I'd like to see a little pullback off the move. But if we don't get a pullback and you get a break over Friday's session high, then you should take it on the long side, because then it's going to be breaking a trend to the upside, and we do have range. If we can manage to get through this pivot point here at 13.55, chart does have a lot of room to move into the mid 14s. So keep an eye on Yext. Number 2 on the list is Goos. Number 2 on the list is Goos. I like the chart sitting here at the 50 EMA on the daily. I feel like this gap's been filled down here, and we could possibly get the chart to move to the upside. In order for the chart to get a bigger continuation, we obviously need this flag to break to the upside. Volume came into the close on Friday, so I kind of like this one for an upside move on Goos. I think we can manage to get a nice little push off of this 50 EMA. Chart's proven before that it does like the 50 EMA, so a break over Friday session high would put you into the long scenario. I think that the chart could move right off the range that it is. FOSL. I like this one here as the chart is curling at the bottom. What I do want you to notice though is that inverted hammer at the top, so I'd like to see a pullback off of that. I think we can get the chart to pull back right down to about the $10 range, where then we could look at it for a long entry and a possible short swing trade on FOSL. It's a beaten down name, not a lot of attention on it, but I do kind of like it down in this range, and I think down into the $10 level should be a decent long area on FOSL. BOX is holding an uptrend with an inverted hammer at the bottom, and I do like BOX for a move off this trend. The chart's obviously holding the uptrend, and I would like to see if we can get a continuation move off that range. I think with the inverted hammer and with the bullish harami there should be enough to get us a little bit on the upside. So for right now, I think using Friday session low as a baseline on the trade, as a cutoff point, can long it off that range. Number 5 on the list is Twtr, TWTR. Bullish harami, chart sitting over its 50 EMA. Nice retrace from the where it started moving to where it pushed up to the upside. Nice pullback. Measured move puts you right at the 200 SMA and the 50 EMA. Holding for support here with a bullish harami on the daily. I do like Twtr for continuation. I think the pullback is fair. $17.70 or so gets you an entry into Twtr for that possible long trade. Number 6 on the list is Ntrp. Chart's obviously curling up at the base. We have closed over its 50 EMA. Haven't done that in a while. Huge gap here to fill if the chart wants to get up into the 10s. So I'd like to see a play on this one. It's a very thin chart. So if you are playing it, understand that it is very thin, and it may stick around for a while, or it may just be aggressive. It depends. This kind of trade here, I kind of look more so for a swing trade, but it's already here, and so we might as well look at it. If it pulls back to retest the 50 EMA at $9.08, and if it holds into that range, I think then it provides you with an opportunity. Ideally, you'd like to see the chart hold some sort of major support. For me, that's the 50 EMA here, and then try to get itself back into the gap. Does have a lot of range, so it definitely is something that you should keep an eye on. ANW, small chart starting to curl at the base. I like this one for continuation. Again, small volume on this one. Trades like a barcode during the day, but it does have range if it was to attempt to try to get filled, get back into that gap. For right now, I think that it will be a trade over high of daybreak only. So over Friday's session high is the only way that I'd really like to play this, because I'd like to get momentum. I'd need to get energy into the trade in order to take a chart like this on the long side. Number 8 on the list is JCI. JCI is breaking over the 200 SMA on the daily, closed over the downtrend. I do like this one for a little bit more continuation. I think a pullback on this one to about $43 gives you that retest off of Thursday's session breakout, and also this double top. So pullback to this level here gets you about $43 for a long entry on JCI. It needs to hold that $43 level, obviously, in order to reset the chart and to retest the breakout area. Number 9 on the list is MNK. I like the way that the chart reacted at the 50 EMA, and I'd expect to see some continuation off of this move here. So what I'd like to see on MNK is a small pullback somewhere closer to about $44.60. Gets you a tight little pullback and a possible long trade on MNK. Doesn't have huge range, but eventually the chart will break out, so it's just a matter of starting off somewhere. Number 10 on the list is LOW, LOW. Rising 200 SMA to support you, bullish engulfing at the bottom. Decent volume came in. I'd like to see a pullback to about $77.10 in order for you to take it on the long side. So basically what I'm looking for is for the chart to come back, retest some of these breakout candles here, and then gives you a long entry for low. But I do like it on a bigger time frame. If you are looking at the bigger time frame trades, I do like the fact that it's sitting right at the 200 SMA and could obviously curl and hover here for a little bit before it has a bigger breakout move. But for the 1 day trade, if it pulls back to $77 range, gets you a long entry. So those are the 10 that I'm interested in. Obviously there's a whole bunch of other ones. I'm gonna tweet out a whole bunch of other charts, but those are the 10 that I have on the list, at least for this week's trade ideas. So if you're interested in following me on Twitter, it's at ICEMAN Trading. There you'll find links to pretty much everything that I do. Have a great week and a safe 4th of July.